Almost every sports bettor I've ever met has no real strategy. They have hunches, favorite teams, people they like to follow, but they don't have a proven strategy. And that's why almost every sports bettor I've ever met loses money long term and makes the same mistakes that are quietly draining their accounts every single week. In this video, I'm breaking down the only strategy that you need to follow this year to become profitable. The same foundations that I followed to profit $65,000 in the last 6 months. I'm walking through the 4 parts that every winning bettor follows and the specific things that you have to stop doing if you want to make money long term. This is the strategy that I run. It's what the people in my chat are running when they win. And almost nobody actually follows it. So lock in for this one. YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Dez. I'm imdesTV, the best TV, and we back with a banger. I say we back with a banger. Hey man, as y'all can see by the title of the video, I'm gonna be giving y'all the only sports betting strategy that you'll need in 2026 with a complete breakdown. So if you're new to the channel, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like on the video, and y'all make sure y'all watch the video all the way through. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Now for the first section of this video, I wanna go over removing the gambler's mentality. Most sports bettors treat betting like a casino game. They bet because games are on, they chase entertainment, and they want the rush. They chase nothing but hella parlays and big payouts. And that's exactly why they lose. They're playing it like gambling, so they get gambling results. You should not be watching games like the average spectator. You should be watching games to see how your research plays out. See how many minutes every player is playing, rotations, matchups, and etc. The bettors who actually make money, they treat sports betting like a business. And they don't look at this as gambling. They look at this as investing. They have a thesis. They have a process. They have a long-term return on investment in mind. We're sharps. We're not the casuals that just donate to the books every single day. And sharps spend hours researching plays. Casuals scroll the app and tap whatever line catches their eye. They bet on their favorite teams just because they don't want to see them lose. Or they take the over on their favorite player every single day. And let me make this clear. You're not going to win every single bet. You're not supposed to. Losing is inevitable, but a loss is just a lesson. You wake up the next day with the same energy and trust the process. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. Some of my best days have came right after I went 0-2 or 0-3. It happens to the best of us. The minute you accept this as investing, your whole approach changes. Now, the next thing I want to go over is why 99% of bettors have no real strategy. And a lot of sports bettors think they have a strategy, but they don't. They have habits dressed up as a system. If you always bet the favorite, that is not a strategy. It's an easy way to convince yourself it is, but it's not. Following your favorite handicapper's picks is not a strategy. It's outsourcing. A real strategy has rules and guidelines, specific conditions that have to be met before you ever place money on a play. If you can't explain your strategy in 60 seconds to someone, you don't have one. The 9-to-5 bettor without a strategy is just gambling a paycheck. The 9-to-5 bettor with a real strategy is building a side income. Most bettors couldn't even tell you why they took the bet they just took. That's the problem in one sentence. Every decision you make needs a why. So from now on, I want y'all to do something for me. Actually take your time and do your research. Don't just bet on the favorites. Really build a system. Find what works for you. Because just waking up, clicking buttons, or just betting on teams that you think are going to win is not how you profit long term. Now in this next section, I want to go over the 4 pillars of the strategy that actually works. And pillar 1 is selection criteria. How to decide what to actually bet on. Now, like I told y'all before, every play has to pass certain criteria checks before you actually place your money on it. If a game doesn't pass my checks, I don't bet on it. I don't care how confident I am in it. And another thing that most casual bettors do is they take the market lines instead of looking at the alternate spreads. Those alternate spreads will save you from a lot of unnecessary L's. If you're taking market spreads in 2026, you're tripping. You're gonna end up losing a lot of games you didn't need to. I'd rather take a team at +6.5 alt spread than taking the market at +2.5 and then they lose by 5. That alt spread saves you in bets you would have never won otherwise. Now for pillar 2, I want to go over sizing rules, how much you should actually be betting. Every bet you place should be the same size relative to your bankroll, no exceptions. And that's 1 to 5% of your bankroll on each play, point blank period. Confidence doesn't size the bet, the system sizes your bet. And let me go ahead and put this out here. You're never going to get rich on just one play. You build a bankroll by stacking wins, one disciplined bet at a time. The bettors who blow it all up are the ones who size up their bets just because they feel good about a play. And that's exactly when you get cooked. Because regardless of how good you feel about a play, you gotta realize, bro, it's still a chance that you could not win that bet. It's been plenty of times where my most confident play of the day didn't smack, but a play that I wasn't really too confident in hit like a blowout winner. It's just a part of the game. That's why you got to be disciplined so you can survive those losses and keep stacking those wins the right way. Now, pillar 3 is just watching these games, and this is a discipline gap. This is the pillar that most sports bettors completely skip, and this is why they remain casual bettors. If you're checking the score app, you're looking at the box score on Google, or you just following the bet on FanDuel instead of actually watching these games, you're a casual bettor, and that's just the truth. And a lot of people like to say, bro, you don't gotta watch the game. Like, why are you always watching the game? Regardless, you're either gonna win or you're gonna lose. But let me tell y'all something. Watching the game actually shows you the pace of the game, rotations, the tendencies, the live betting edges, the momentum shifts. Over time, I peeped so much from watching these games. Like a lot of these star players, the coaches be sitting them at weird spots, or one team always plays down to the wire. That's the kind of stuff you'll never see by just checking the box score. Watching the games is what separates the sharps from the casuals. Even watching one game a night while you're sitting on the couch puts you ahead of 95% of bettors. So lock in. Now, pillar 4 is skip rules, knowing when not to bet. And this is one of the most important pillars that nobody talks about at all. But if you have a real strategy, a real system, you'll know when not to place a bet. Some days you look at the board and nothing looks good. Just based off your system and your strategy, you can't find anything worth putting money on. Those are the days that protect your bankroll, and it's okay not to force a play. And most bettors feel like they can't sit out a day because they need the action, they need the thrill. And that's how the sports books eat. The best bettors say no to more bets than they say yes to. And look, y'all, the pillars, they're just the frame of the system. But you have to understand the rules inside of each one. Exactly what I check before placing a play, my specific skip triggers, how I time my bets. That's what I'm breaking down live this Wednesday on May 20th. My full protocol. The 3 mechanisms I followed to profit $65,000 in the last 180 days. It's free. The link is in the description, and spots are filling up quick. If you've been waiting till now, hurry up and register. The link is right below the video. Now, next up, I want to go over the biggest mistakes that break this strategy. I got 3 main traps that I want to go over, so make sure you pay attention. But the very first trap is betting with the public. 9 times out of 10, the favorite is where all of the money is. And favorite basically means public, and the public is not profitable long term. Some of y'all be going on Google and looking up NBA best bets, MLB best bets, and that's basically just telling you what side the public is on. But if you bet with the public every single day for a year, you will lose. I made a lot of money on underdogs that the public was running away from. You cannot be scared to bet on the underdog when your research backs it. Now, trap number 2 is switching your models when you're losing. Cold streaks happen to every single sports bettor, even the best ones. But the mistake is changing your approach just because you're cold. The same models I'm using now are the same models I was using when I went 12-0 or 15-3. You don't switch what works just because of variance or because you're on a cold streak you've been losing for 3 days straight. Sometimes the public just wins games. That's variance. That's not your strategy failing. If your strategy is sound and on point, the math evens out. And last but not least, y'all, trap number 3 is chasing parlays after watching commercials. Vegas advertises parlays on every single commercial for a reason. They want you on those slips because the math is in their favor. And eventually Vegas is gonna let you hit a parlay. That's the dopamine. Then you'll chase 10 more parlays trying to get that same dopamine hit again, and you'll lose all of them. Straight bets aren't sexy, but they build wealth. Parlays are sexy, but they build depth. And look, y'all, the strategy that I just walked you through is proven time and time again. But it only works if you are disciplined and intentional with your decisions. And most people don't understand exactly where or how to apply these foundations. And that's why on Wednesday, I'm going to be live and giving a full live masterclass on the 3 mechanisms I use to be consistently profitable and build real income. The link to register is in the video's description. I am dropping all the game I know, so come ready to lock in. But it's your boy Dez. I'm imdesTV, the best TV, and we out.
I ran it up, I had to get it. Feeling want no option, had to change up my decision. I don't want no problems, but I go crazy over binges. If I started, I'ma finish. No, I got complete the mission.